Whew, just moving these things around is a workout, guys. But I do it for you to answer your questions about bumper plates. So those are everyday essentials, Titan Fitness, economy, black bumper plates, and these beautiful, beautiful chromed rubber Rogue mil specs that I just got a couple of days ago. Most importantly, pre-workout. Pistachio ice cream for the professionals only. Don't try this at home. I'm gonna eat this before it melts, but awesome pre-workout, highly recommend. All right, so let's have a conversation here real quick. This is an unboxing video, but it's kind of boring because these mil-spec bumper plates, these are workhorses. There's nothing pretty about it. That's the box that it comes in. It's flimsy. It's a thin piece of cardboard. There is no wrapping or other coverings except that box and that plate. And that's it. So how did I arrive at these plates? I'm gonna save you the long story and just tell you that I started with that one actually. Titan economy plates, great plate. Probably the best value here in the bunch. And great plate. I mean, I don't know how long it would last long term with CrossFit movements, you know, dropping the plate all day long, although I haven't heard anyone say that there's an issue. I don't know how strong that insert is, but I have a feeling that these are pretty great all-around plates. Now, I won't talk about iron because iron's iron. Obviously, is the cheapest way to go, and if you're looking for iron, then that's a separate conversation. Because bumpers are really for people, in my opinion, that want to do, you know, you gotta drop an occasional big deadlift, cleans all day long, overhead, you're just dropping that weight and dropping it over and over and over. And that brings me to the everyday essentials. I gave these a try because the center hub looked pretty strong, and I thought, I got them at Walmart, so I thought, great, Walmart should have something decent. But in less than 1 year of dropping it a lot overhead and from the shoulder height with power cleans, the edges started ripping along the seam. That's glue that I put on there. It's an epoxy. I was trying to fix it, which I did, and that won't go anywhere because it's now glued. But just want to warn you that if you're going to be doing lots of drops, this is probably the worst plate to go with. It does have a nice bounce, so the energy goes into the plate and not your garage floor, which is cool. But they just won't survive. That's the bottom line. If you're getting bumper plates and you're not going to be dropping them a lot, and you just want the bumper plate and you're doing bench, squat, and deadlift, and you're not dropping the deadlift all day, every day, then everyday essentials might be just fine. Great price, and they work no problem. They are a little heavier. I weighed these once 46, once 47 pounds, and you do feel it at times. It just feels a little awkward. Titan Fitness, what else can I tell you? Oh, so this plate is it's harder, right? So this is a low bounce plate. So if you want that, this is a great option, but low bounce means that the energy is going straight into your floor. Now I'm using just a regular stall mat over concrete garage floor. And so if I can get extra bounce, I would rather do that. And so I get that with the Rogue mil spec. I believe the high temps are the same thing, and High Temps makes plates for different brands. The design though for the Rogue Mil Spec bumper plate that doesn't say High Temp, but it's the Rogue specific, Rogue only branded plate. It's pretty nice. The edges are easier to grab, and they do have that little indentation to protect your insert. Let's see if I can show it. So the insert sits inside of that rubber groove. And you know, whether that works or not, I don't know. Only time will tell. But yeah, there they are, your Rogue Mil Spec bumper plates. These were $160 plus shipping, so not the cheapest, but I am pretty sure these will last a long time. My brother and I have a pair of old school High Temps, about over 20-year-old plates, and if I cleaned them and I stuck them in these boxes, you would have a hard time telling that they're even a year old. They look exactly the way they came out of the box, and we have abused those plates for 20 years, dropping them and using them for plyometric exercises, you name it, and they don't have a scratch on them. So the crumpled rubber, if made well, it's just great for longevity and performance. Downside, obviously, I'm sure you've heard the thickness of these. If you're super strong and you're gonna put over 400 pounds on the bar, then you might top out at around that. I think 4 of these plates will lock up any space on this. This is the, what is this? The Rogue Echo Bar 2.0, I believe. And I'm pretty sure that after 4 of these High Temps or Mil Specs, there's not gonna be a lot of room there. So if you're super strong, you want probably training plates or just something a little higher end. But if you're lifting stuff under 400, you will be well served by these Mil Specs here. Out of all of these, again, I recommend this one because it does have, it has better width, it is wider, and so that force is, less of it is transferred right to my floor. It'll bounce a little more, which I'm okay with, because the energy again goes into the plate and not my concrete floor. Next up is the Titan solid plate, but it's a low bounce plate, and some people look for that. Some people want that, and that's okay. Just know what you're getting. That understand that that force is going into your floor. So if it's well protected, you're in great shape. That's a good plate for you. In terms of how long it will last, I have some questions about that. Just depends on how much work you're doing. But I've had this Titan plate for about 3 years, and I've thrown it around pretty good, no issues. And Everyday Essentials is probably my last recommendation if you're going to do those drops or dropping movements. Last thing I want to tell you is with bumper plates, stick to the known brands. If you start getting too adventurous with Chinese-made brands no one recognizes, you don't know how they're made. And like I showed you on that Everyday Essentials, the way it's made and the quality of the insides really will dictate how the bumper plate performs and how long it lasts. Saving $100 or $200 today won't be a benefit when you have to replace them because they're popping at the seams. So, all right, I'm gonna stop it here and then maybe show you how these bounce as they compare to each other. and we'll see how that goes. I golfed a lot yesterday, so my back is sore. We'll see how that video turns out, or if I even get to it. But right now, what's really important is I have to get to this pre-workout, baby. Thanks for sticking around the video, and I'll see you around YouTubes.